everybody ready to interview our next guest, Felix with Chroma Imaging. And Felix, talk to us a little bit first about what Chroma Imaging does in the events industry.
Well, before COVID, we do exhibits, displays, and printing. But during COVID, we shifted quite a bit to do what is necessary for this industry and for local businesses as well.
I think that's a lot of our stories in this industry,
Right.
is just that shift. I'm not going to use the P word. I'll say it once and
I
only
would not
once.
say that either.
Pivot, just in case you don't know what the P word is.
Right.
But we have shifted and innovated and
Right.
really, we're thinking outside of the box. So when you talk about that shift that Chroma Imaging has taken to survive essentially in this space during COVID, what does that look like for you? What are you guys working on?
Well, I can say it's not easy, but we have a great creative team. We have a great production team. So we started looking at what our health workers needed in the beginning. We started making PPEs, and from there we started taking a look at, okay, what trend the businesses need, what trend the event industry needs. So we started making sneeze guards and barriers and shields, and it kind of shifted actually from doctor offices in the beginning and dentist offices, and now we're working with the schools, which is very good because they are, it's very hard for them to plan how to get back to school. And we've been fortunate enough to work with some of the great educators now to help them plan how to get back to school.
Yeah, I love that. It's so neat for me. I consider myself a storyteller, so it's neat for me to hear what your story has been like during this time. And what about for you personally, Felix? Like learning lessons, new appreciations for the industry. What has that been like?
It's pretty surreal to be here today because we haven't done any events in 5 months, really, right? And today it just feels good to be out here, and especially with a lot of planning, how to be safe socially as well. We feel, I can say I'm very happy where we are right now, and hopefully this will spark the industry for us to actually get back to the new normal.
I love that. There is a lot of controversy around when is it safe to hold events? How do you hold safe events? And the industry is almost split on some of those decisions. I'm so glad that the Together Again Expo has trucked forward, and really is showcasing very, very well how you can hold meetings safely. So I talked about the fact that yes, we're not wearing masks, but everybody here is wearing a mask.
Yeah.
The chairs here have been positioned strategically so they are practicing social distancing. We're 6 feet apart, so we may look close on camera, but we're not. We're not using any kind of shared microphones. We have a boom mic. We're doing temperature checks as folks are walking into the convention center, and then they give you these little stickers. Where's your sticker? You don't have it on, but you passed the test.
Yes.
So
Passed the test.
you passed the test. You're in here. So,
Right.
So there are ways to meet safely. So.
Yeah.
For those that may feel like this is happening too soon or what have you, what would be your message to them, and what do you hope the biggest takeaway is from the Together Again Expo?
I think, we came up with a new tagline during this COVID-19 pandemic. So we call it Together We Thrive. And to me, my take on this is, companies and people need to adapt. And to me, instead of canceling, I feel like, how do we change the way we do our life? How do we change the way we do our businesses to accept the situation we're in right now? Because myself and my staff, we do not want to be, we don't want people to feel sorry for us. So we try our best, to really survive in this situation.
Yeah.
And if we don't try, then we'll be at home doing nothing, and at least we can show the world now that we are trying our best. We're showing the world how we can do events safely, and we're showing the world how businesses and institutions can come back to work safely as well. And I think that's the one thing that I would like to show everyone, we have to try it, and we have to try it safely.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing your experience with us and your insight on where the industry stands, where we're going. I so appreciate it. Enjoy the expo.
Thank
I
you.
know I certainly will.
Yes.
And we are going to have, as I mentioned earlier, more interviews lined up so you can learn about what other companies are doing to survive during this time, and also give you some updates from around the Together Again Expo as to how people are meeting and they're meeting safely. So with that, I'll see you shortly with another interview.